All right, guys, Bitcoin is rallying today, so let's talk about what exactly could be going on. Now, before I get started, smash that like button. And if you can't even hit the like button, how do you expect to hit that buy and sell button, baby? And hit that subscribe button as well. While you're at it, I upload nearly every day, so turn that notification bell. If you guys want live crypto trading alerts and or stocks, options, or Forex, check that link down below in the description. Let's jump right into it, man. Crypto is going insane. Bitcoin and Ethereum especially. So from a low to a high today, Bitcoin has nearly seen a 6% move and Ethereum has seen about 11%. This is tremendous. So what exactly is going on? Why today? Let's take a look at the bigger picture first. A few things that I'm thinking. One, the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is pretty high up today as well, as you can see. And if we look at the daily chart, it actually has been coming through a nice bounce period here. So you're starting to see the overall stock market rally. This is important because the stock market has been more and more correlated to Bitcoin. They have a positive correlation. So if one goes up, so does the other. And let's take a look here at the comparison. So you can see on this line graph here, right? Bitcoin in blue, the stock market or the S&P 500 here in black, and you can see how positively correlated they are. They're holding pretty tight. So again, when one goes up, one typically goes down, and they've just been doing this especially for the last few months here of the better part of this year. Now, if I go back to Bitcoin here, there's something I really want to note with the way Bitcoin has been moving, especially the last few months. So when I go out to the higher time frame, here's what's interesting. Look at Bitcoin here. I've been talking about this multiple times in tons of my videos, guys. Bitcoin has been simply consolidating. The volatility has really dialed down, and you can see how it's closely riding the stock market. Now with this, another thing that's interesting is when you look at the volume candlesticks here, Bitcoin has quite a bit of volume that's been coming in since we've been consolidating down here in this tight range in between about 18,000 and about 22,000. This suggests that this could be a phase of accumulation. This is basically when big money jumps in at a low price right before they take it up through the roof, baby. Now there's a couple symptoms I want to point to as well, basing off this move we've been seeing the last few months, this consolidation period. So Bitcoin is behaving more like gold. What it means and why crypto prices are steadying. So essentially, Bitcoin can be looked at as a hedge against inflation, possibly. That's kind of the speculation. So it's interesting how Bitcoin looks like it's getting ready to go up, as the stock market looks like it could have a lot more downside potential. I know the stock market has been rallying recently, but there's still a lot of pessimism that we have not hit the bottom yet and there could be a recession imminent. So as the stock market looks for more of that recessionary downturn, does it suggest that Bitcoin could see a little bit more of an upturn? Will it split through its correlation? That's one thing we can speculate on. And again, attesting to a remarkable stabilization for Bitcoin. Again, this is very strange how Bitcoin has been so stable, known as being an extremely volatile asset during these last few months here. It's been stabilizing, volume's been very high. Is this the big money getting ready to take it to the top? Bouncing off this again, Bitcoin is wound up. Why it could be getting ready for big gains. Again, Bitcoin's characteristic volatility has faded, though a correlation to the stock market has remained. So Bitcoin is starting to squeeze down, hold that tight range, and the stock market is still kind of riding with it, or Bitcoin is more riding with the stock market. And then another reason perhaps why Bitcoin could see a takeoff here soon, crypto is rallying alongside traditional equity markets, with the Nasdaq higher by 1.6%, the S&P by 1.1%. At play is the idea that the US Federal Reserve is nearing the end of its rate hike cycle. Both bond yields and the dollar are sharply lower on Tuesday trading. This is huge. As soon as the Federal Reserve turns off that valve of rate hikes, the market could see an imminent rally, at least a short-term one. And if we don't see that sustained, I think Bitcoin can carry along through that rally. Again, we're speculating here, but there's a lot of symptoms suggesting that Bitcoin is really tightening down and getting ready to go towards the top. So let's dive into the technical analysis, man. So again, we're looking at Bitcoin here on the higher time frame, and again, we're trading in this pretty tight range here. Again, I want to talk about 18,000 about 200 to a high of about 25,200. Just this tight range we've been sitting in. The stock market has been moving a lot more up and down in this same time frame versus Bitcoin. So Bitcoin since what, June here to today's date of October. If I go to the S&P 500 or SPY, here's where June starts for the S&P, and look how much more of a swing that it's seen. So it's arguably a lot more volatile. Than Bitcoin has become in itself. So key targets that I'm looking for on Bitcoin. I'm going to keep this really simple, guys. We're going to watch the next few levels on the way up. We're going to keep this really simple. The prior high is going to be about that 22,800 level. I want to break above that before we can start having a better conversation as to whether or not Bitcoin is going to start seeing 30,000 30,000s again. Not getting too excited here because we definitely need to break that more intermittent high, trading within that range we talked about that 25,240 level, let's call it. So if we can break above that, and then the next challenging area will be this previous range that we were holding that puts us in between about 28,000 and 32,500 ish. So Bitcoin's looking pretty fair here. I'm pretty excited, and if we do see downside, guys, we're just going to keep it simple. That level we need to break is going to be 17,000 about 630. Now if we break below, we could see as low as about 17,130 or 13,800 900 range. So we're going to go one day at a time. We're aware of both the upside and downside movement. I want to jump over to Ethereum next because Ethereum has also been surging today, and I'm pretty excited about this one as well. Now me personally, I'm more of an Ethereum bull. I like the value in Ethereum a little bit more just because it serves a little bit more of a utility, but I love Bitcoin as well. I have both. So don't get me wrong, Bitcoin bulls, okay? Bitcoin maxis, I know you're everywhere. Look at this, same thing, different day, guys. Extremely high volume. As Ethereum maintains a little bit of a range here, it's a little bit different, has a little more strength within it. I wouldn't really call it a range, but it has been holding up on these higher lows here, denoted by this trend line down below. So Ethereum again saw that nice surge today, traded from a low to a swing high of about 13.5%. So that's pretty significant move here. And let's talk about the key levels we want to watch next with Ethereum. Same thing, different day. We're going to keep it simple. That I want to break that previous high at about 1790. Let's call it 1800. We like the nice whole clean numbers, and so does the big banks, hedge funds, firms, algos. And then the level above that's going to be that glorious 2000 level. If we can break 2000 level, guys, we're looking clear for takeoff as well. And we can start talking again mid to high 2800 ish again, possibly 3,000, but we're gonna go one day at a time, and I'll keep you guys informed. Just hit that subscribe, don't forget that. And then if we see more downside turn here, okay, $888, that was kind of the low of the year. If we break below that, first of all, your boy is scooping up some more Ethereum, man, because that's looking real cheap. And then if we go any lower than that, the next level I'm gonna watch is about $832. Now again, one day at a time, guys. Let's see where things go. So with that, guys, leave me a like, hit that subscribe, and if you want to join our private Discord channel, check that link below, guys. We give out live trade signals nearly every day, and we can show you a thing or two about trading. I'll see you guys in the next video.